The most important question, though, is would you drink it?
I would.
Yeah, I think that sounds good.
The moment you said wine or rum or both,
This is very strange.
I have a feeling we just did a reverse Uno too. No.
You're always hedging.
Yes.
That would make the milk curdle and would be super gross.
Mm-hmm.
Or that's an oversight by Tanner and his fake drink. Hello and welcome to this episode of I Should Have Known, the trivia game show that can't be trusted. Each week, one of our quizmasters will present you with 4 facts about a topic, but one of them is a lie. And for the month of December, we are celebrating winter with our theme. And this week, your quizmaster is Tanner.
Hi.
And Tanner is going to be doing a Find the Fake episode on December drinks. But one of the drinks that he presents is not really a drink that people drink. So join me, Andi, and our other host, Sups, in figuring out which one of his drinks is fake.
Yeah. So let's start with the PQQ. Our pub quiz question. What popular winter drink is composed of sugar, heavy cream, milk, nutmeg, cinnamon, vanilla extract, eggs, and rum?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes. I think only Americans drink that.
It's very, very popular in America. Yes.
Yeah, I was in the US in October and I was just seeing aisles full of this
Yeah.
eggnog.
Yes.
Yeah. Nog.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever had eggnog?
No.
Did you try one?
Only this was the first time.
You got store.
Yeah, store bought.
Bought.
Yeah.
What did you think?
It was amazing. I got addicted to this.
Oh, yeah.
I loved it. Yeah.
It just tastes like winter and Christmas to me.
Yeah. I can't imagine drinking eggnog in like the summertime. That would
No.
be so weird.
So let's start with a drink and a place where it's not too cold. Drink number 1, sorrel. Sorrel is a cold red punch from Jamaica.
Okay.
So they traditionally drink it at the end of the year, which is December.
Yeah. And they don't really have winter.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
I see it. I
this is
see
why it's not a winter drink.
Yeah. Okay. I see why
But
the
it's a
title.
cold drink, but not a winter drink.
Yes,
Okay.
because it's in the tropics.
Mm.
Yeah.
So sorrel is made from hibiscus, specifically roselle hibiscus flowers, or sometimes known as sorrel flowers.
Oh.
And traditionally, they were only available at the end of the year. And so that's why this tradition of drinking it in December became a thing.
Okay. That makes sense. So this flower is native to the Caribbean.
This flower is native to West Africa, where this drink
Oh.
originated,
Okay. I see.
but it really came into its own and became sorrel in Jamaica, where they grow the flowers. It is now available year-round, but it's traditionally drunk at the end of the year.
Okay.
Because that's when the flower would be in season.
Yes.
And then you could harvest it and make this drink.
Exactly. But now you can get it anytime.
So what's this drink like? Is it a tea? Did they distill it? What is this? Explain yourself.
So it's very simple to make. You take hibiscus buds, put them in a saucepan, and mix it with spices, including cinnamon, cloves, and ginger.
Mm-hmm. Classic.
Boil it, steep it, so kind of like a tea. And then you add sugar, and you can add wine or rum
Okay.
if you want. Chill it, and then you can serve it.
Okay.
So it's like a cold alcoholic tea. It's more of a punch. It's really a punch.
Yeah, that's a big thing in the Caribbean is punches.
Yeah.
Like a sangria or like
Yeah,
a,
it
yeah,
is.
absolutely.
It does have sangria vibes where you
Right.
have like a liquor and wine potentially.
yeah. That's the only way I would drink fruits though. I haven't heard of this drink.
I mean, it doesn't sound like anything I've heard of. Like,
Right.
I mean, I've had like hibiscus tea,
Right.
so I guess that's close.
Mm-hmm.
I thought sorrel was something else.
The name has multiple meanings.
Yeah,
Right.
okay.
People use it for many plants
Yeah.
and colors, and it has a ton of meanings.
Mm.
But in Jamaica, if you say sorrel or sorrel drink or sorrel flowers, you mean
Okay.
Okay.
hibiscus.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense too, like being available only one time of the year traditionally. I mean, that is how plants work. They don't bloom continuously, most plants. So, I mean, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not like outrageously there's something stands out, like
Yeah.
this is super weird or like
Right. I don't know.
the only thing that stands out to me here is the name of the drink sorrel because there's many other
Yes. To me,
So-
sorrel is something else entirely.
Yes.
So I don't know
and
why.
I wouldn't necessarily associate with Jamaica. So that's the only part that's kind of fishy to me. I mean, the ingredients or like the recipe, okay, I can
Mhm.
believe it.
We'll have to hear more before I can really pass judgment. But okay. The most important question, though, is would you drink it?
I would. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that sounds good.
The moment you said wine or rum or both.
That's like
I don't care what color it is.
That's not the important salient part of it, though,
Really?
is like the hibiscus flower. I mean, yeah, sure.
Sure, you would.
It sounds a little sweet for me, but I'll try it.
All right. Let's try drink number 2. Cola de Mono, which is a smooth, cinnamony coffee drink from Chile.
Okay.
This translates to tail of the monkey. It's drunk cold, and it's best to beat the Chilean December heat. So they drink it in December when it's summer, actually.
Right. Yeah, I was just going to say, it's summer there. I see why this is December drinks now.
So to make this, milk and sugar are mixed and boiled with spices, including cloves, cinnamon, lemon, orange, and vanilla. And then coffee is mixed in. You strain the liquid from the solids. Liquor is added, whether that's pisco or rum, and then it's stored in glass bottles and refrigerated. Best drunk the next day.
I mean, I just feel bad for lactose intolerant people because you've got like milk and orange there.
Well, yeah, see, that is a little sketchy. I'm guessing if this is a real drink, that is orange and lemon zest.
Yes.
And not the actual
one?
juice, because
Right.
that would make the milk curdle and would be super gross.
Mm-hmm.
Or that's an oversight by Tanner and his fake drink. So it's like pre-made coffee, or is it the grounds that they let sit?
Nowadays, they usually use instant coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
my God.
no.
Chileans use instant. No, I refuse to believe that.
No.
You think Chileans use? No.
Because otherwise it's basically a cold brew.
Yeah.
It's also very sketch though. Why are you letting milk sit out? This is very strange.
I have a feeling we just did a reverse Uno too.
I mean, like infusing the milk is not super weird.
Right.
Then to chill it later, I don't understand that.
Yeah.
But definitely like iced coffee in the summertime in the heat is perfect.
Sure.
So like that checks out. And you can basically cold brew steep coffee. Like you don't have to get it hot. So again, that checks out. The milk is the only thing throwing me off.
For me, the thing stands out like the fact that Chileans use instant coffee is something really. I think it's like a matter of pride for Chileans.
Honestly,
right?
I don't know. Chile's not exactly famous for its coffee. I mean, and honestly, I don't think Tanner would make up a drink and then say they used instant coffee. That I find much more skeptical.
Okay.
That he was like, yeah, they use instant. That to me is a sign of like, oh, that might be real then.
Okay.
The milk is throwing me off. Who wants to drink milk in the summer?
Yep.
Who's leaving milk out in the summer, and who's putting orange and lemon into milk?
That's it.
That's throwing me off.
As the descriptions were coming along, and I was feeling really bad for the lactose intolerant people. I was like, how's that even possible?
I feel bad for the milk.
Yeah.
It's just gonna curdle. You can add those things to cow's milk. You just have to be very careful. So, I mean, it's not impossible.
Right.
It seems very unlikely.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Tanner's like, do I want to decide right in this moment that it's not cow's milk? I don't know. Is that going to sell it better or worse? With your fake drink?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get in my head. All right. Drink number 3. Oot. Oot is a toasty, bluish-purple, milky drink made on the island of Crete, made from boiled goat milk
Okay.
with ground orchids and flavored with pine or sage.
Oh.
This is a traditional Cretan drink drunk at the end of the year to celebrate the winter solstice. So it's usually very thin. You can sweeten it and make it alcoholic by adding wine. And sometimes it's described as tasting sweet or tart. So the recipe is you bring goat milk to a boil in a saucepan. You grind fresh orchid flowers, which by fresh, they mean it's about 3 days since they've opened. And you grind it with pine needles or sage, mix until smooth, and sweeten with wine.
Orchid flowers.
Yes.
That's weird.
Traditionally, they would harvest their orchids at the end of the sailing season on Crete, and they would celebrate making it through another year and having peace around the winter solstice with these drinks.
Can you spell oot?
UHT.
That's like in milk.
Yeah,
like
you mean like milk? Yeah, UHT milk.
Apparently, it's from their partially deciphered clay tablets from the old Minoans. So it's a very old traditional drink.
Okay. The flowers? That's weird. I mean, I do know some orchid flowers are edible. I've never heard of people making a drink out of the flower. I was thinking, so in Turkey, which is dangerous to mention when talking about Crete and Greece, but like there's a drink made with orchid root that's pretty popular and really delicious. And it's kind of a milky, spiced thing. So at first I thought that was what this was. And then I'm like, no, he says the flower. Which explains the color.
Right.
But it's kind of weird. I mean, sure. I think orchids are native to this region. So that's not telling me anything.
No.
I don't know.
I'm just trying to think if there's like any fictional drinks in one of these stories. Like, I don't know.
Oh.
Like in Lord of the Rings or
like in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Maybe. Could be the blue milk that Luke drinks.
Yeah.
I don't know why he put it on Crete.
I think he chose
Tatooine is Tunisia, but okay.
Chose like an island because there's like sea all around, so there's like blue.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I don't
know. No.
But, if we doubt this one is real, then that means that Chilean drink is real. That's something to keep in mind.
Yeah.
The all of the milk involved in it.
Why did you go? Aren't you lactose intolerant?
I would still try all these.
Yeah.
I put up with it.
He's a Wisconsinite. He's like, I suffer through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what I always say every time I'm traveling to Italy. I'm not lactose intolerant when I'm in Italy.
Yeah.
Well, take a lactase whenever.
Yeah. Okay, so.
I don't know, though. It's awfully expensive, I would think, nowadays. Because orchids now are, like, valuable. So if you're grinding them into a drink.
I don't know.
That's also a little fishy. We had 2 drinks made from flowers.
We could split the milk, yeah. Okay.
So we have one more.
One more, yeah.
All right. Drink number 4, Tombo. This is a sweet, milky wine from Nigeria.
Okay.
Specifically, it's part of the Yoruba and Igbo cultures where they harvest palm trees. So this is made from the palm sap. So palm trees are cut and sap is collected. And because of the natural yeast in the air and in the collecting vessels, it quickly ferments. We're talking like 2 hours.
Wow.
It can reach up to like a normal beer's alcohol content, around 4%. And then this is basically done. You can serve it chilled. And it's slightly sweet and tangy. It's best in December to beat the heat in Nigeria. And they also use it for celebrations all year round for weddings, birthdays, and Christmas.
Okay.
So the important thing is that you drink it fast because the fermentation doesn't stop. It continues fermenting the longer it sits. And after about a day, it's basically vinegar.
Yeah, I was going to say it gets nasty fast.
So it's really hard to find it outside of Nigeria. It's not like commercially made.
Because you can't stop the fermentation process?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I believe this one.
You believe this one?
Yeah, this one's like simple yet complicated enough. And I think like the palm sap to the bark of the trees or something that you have to consume faster.
Yeah, that's the weird thing is that you have to drink it fast.
Fast, yeah.
And it ferments so quickly. That's really fast.
Yeah.
I don't know why chemically something would ferment faster than something else.
There's also a similar drink in India, a similar fruit called the kokum fruit, which they pluck in the morning and they make juice and you got to consume it straight. If you keep it like for 24 hours, it basically ferments and there's like alcohol there.
Oh, yeah.
So, they just drink it like really quickly as soon as you pluck it.
Okay.
So it's possible that this is true. I don't see the fictional part here.
Yeah, I mean, it could be something where it's like you can't eat plum sap. It's not edible. So then that's the lie.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yes.
It sounds like one of those things where if it's real, it's obvious, right?
Right.
Because like, of course, you eat what's available to you.
Yeah.
Very convenient that it's not exportable. So then knowing that we've never been to Nigeria and we are not Yoruba or Igbo, then okay, sure, we have to kind of just believe him. We can't use context here.
Right.
So that's convenient for him
Yeah.
and his lie.
Yeah.
maybe.
And palm trees do grow in Nigeria, right? Yeah, I think yes.
That's also a good point. I don't know. I think so.
Yes, I want to say I am slightly more than mildly confident that palm trees do grow. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It has places where you can definitely see where it could be a lie, but then it also is just so simple that it feels like a truth because usually Tanner's lies are more elaborate.
That's what I said. Like, to me, this drink sounds like simple yet complicated, but simple enough in terms of description, complicated in terms of like the process, how it's made. And I think, yes.
Probably people make this.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so it's very interesting that we actually kind of inverted the expectations of this episode because normally when I think of December drinks, it's cold outside, so it's warm stuff.
Right.
But all of these are served cold.
Yeah.
But okay.
Yeah.
So Sups and I are going to guess in a little bit which one we think you made up. But before we do that, could you please repeat the 4 of them?
Sure. Drink number 1, sorrel from Jamaica. Drink number 2, cola de mono from Chile. Drink number 3, oud from Crete. And drink number 4, tombo from Nigeria. One of those is not a real drink.
Okay, let's do like this. Let's try something new.
Oh, okay.
We're going to do a countdown. I'm just going to say 1, 2, 3, and then you have to just say which drink you think is...
The number of the drink?
Yeah, let's do the number, okay?
Okay.
And we just say it together just to see if we think it's the same thing or not. And then we'll discuss, okay?
Are we doing it on like 3, 2, 1, go?
Yeah, okay, we can do it in 3, 2, 1, go, okay?
Okay.
So, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oot.
3.
Oh,
Yes.
shit.
Okay, so we thought the same thing.
That went about as well as I thought it would go.
I knew it.
Okay, so we're thinking the same thing. All right, good.
Okay.
Why do you think this is fake? Number 3.
So I'm thinking it's number 3. As skeptical as I am about number 2 and the fact that it includes coffee because that's such a Tanner thing to include, I think it's from Star Wars. And I think he just was like, how could you possibly make blue milk?
Yeah.
And then it was like, well, if you mix orchids into milk, it turns blue. The flowers, who eats orchid flowers like in a drink? That seems a little bizarre to me. And then I think Crete looks like the weird island that Luke ended up on in like the 3 newer ones. And so like that's where it comes from.
Yeah, for me, the moment he started with the description, I was like, okay, this is from some fictional thing, clearly.
Yeah, I think I'm going with 3. I think it's the weird milk, blue milk from Star Wars.
I also wholeheartedly believe that it's number 3. But at the same time, something also about number 2 is also like, I don't know.
You're always hedging.
Yes. So I'm going to stay with number 3, but I think just to sort of split the difference, I'm going to say number 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You just want to get credit for both.
Yes.
Just
at this
edging.
point, yeah.
I think we just do it. I think we go with oud and
okay,
just give Tanner his laurels if he deserves them.
All right. Okay, so number 3. Okay, fine.
Okay, you're both going all in. You're filling up your cups to the brim with number 3.
Yep.
With oud.
All right. Yes, you're both right. Yes.
Is it Luke?
It's Luke's blue milk. Yep, 100%. Blue milk.
Oh, yes.
It's blue bantha milk from Tatooine. Yes.
Sci-fi nerd.
And so much nerdiness was jam-packed into this one. So on the set to make the blue milk, they took blue food coloring and put it in milk that they bought in Tunisia, because that's where Tatooine was filmed. And the milk that they had was ultra-high temperature milk, so shelf-stable.
Literally, that's why oud was UHT. Oh, my God. We even mentioned that.
You even called it.
Yeah, that's why I asked you, what's the spelling of this?
Yep. And
which, of course, to Americans is weird.
It's weird, right? So it doesn't have to be refrigerated.
Yeah, that's why the Americans working on the set were like, what is this UHT thing? This is weird. This is weird milk. Whereas like in most of the world, that's like the most common kind of milk you get because it's the box milk that can be on the shelf for like months.
Yeah.
And then most Americans aren't even aware that like, no, you can store milk
without a fridge.
Without a fridge for a long time.
People complain that it tastes like it's burnt or it's toasty because it's cooked, at high temperature.
Yeah. I mean, it's not as good. Like a glass of it isn't very good, but for cooking and stuff, it's
sure.
Apparently, Mark Hamill really hated it when he was drinking it on set.
That's funny.
So it was bad. But yeah, salep is the Turkish drink made from orchid tubers, which is similar.
That is really good.
So that gave me an idea of like, oh, you could drink orchids and that's how you get them to be blue. That's how you get the blue milk. Orchids are native to Crete, but they don't eat them. And there's no winter solstice life day event sort of thing.
Life day. Yeah. Okay, cool.
But the other three are all real recipes, real drinks. You can go make them for Christmas.
You should go try
or
them.
December.
Yeah.
And blue milk, let's leave it to the Star Wars world.
Yeah, I guess so.
You'd have to go to like Disney to try their blue
you could just
Star
put
Wars milk.
food dye in your milk.
Yeah,
exactly.
All right, cool.
I should have known.
I should have known.
I should have known.
Thanks for listening to this episode of I Should Have Known. We'll be continuing with our December theme next week. I will be your quizmaster, and I will be talking about icy worlds. So kind of continuing a little bit with some sci-fi maybe.
Yeah, I'm going to visit Hoth.
We'll see. And if you celebrate, I'd like to wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays or just Happy December. And if you'd like to get us a little bit of a present, we have a Patreon where you can donate monthly and get access to behind the scenes features and stuff and help support the show. So if you'd like to give us a little Christmas present, you can do that there. And as always, thanks for listening. Can you not do that right by the mic?